So my name is Sarah and this is Daniel.
Hello.
And we are doing a special Q&A version of our Film Garage 208 podcast today.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit about our life and what we do.
Yeah, more about us, kind of our history, entrepreneurial.
We get a lot of questions about what we do and how we do it and so many other things that go behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're just going to talk about some of the common questions we get today.
Yeah, because some of them I'm like, wait, what? And then on our Instagram, Film Garage 208, a month or two ago, I put on there a question box asking for a few questions. So we'll be answering a few of those as well.
Exciting. So exciting.
Okay, so maybe let's just say, what is the Film Garage 208 and who is it built for?
Do you want to answer?
Yeah. So this is a complex question, but it's not that complex. So we are the Film Garage 208, us as a content production agency. We have our studios here in Idaho Falls, the Film Garage 208 studios here. We have the garage and the Muse, and we're in the Muse right now, which has our podcast studio. So people see the studio a lot and don't realize that we are more than just a studio. We create content. We're photographers, videographers, marketers, entrepreneurs, creatives in every single sense, that we can do everything that you would need to market your business, down to the creative planning, the whole marketing strategy, and then actually boosting and promoting that content online. We just have the studios as our ultimate resource to get the content that we need for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah. Summed it up nicely.
Thank you. Got the PR on. What do you think, or why do you think local businesses underestimate the power of consistent branding? Yeah.
I think it's because people, I don't think everyone does. I think there are some really good businesses in this town that do consistent branding, but there's definitely more that don't. And I think it's because they just haven't ever learned what that looks like.
The awareness.
Yeah,
they just don't
I think
know.
it's just awareness because, it's just, Idaho Falls is a smaller town, and generally you don't have to do large marketing campaigns that like a big city would do to get your name out there.
And so social media is fairly new.
Yeah.
Like to what we're at. Social media is fairly new.
To where it's at, for sure.
Yeah. Reels.
So I feel like a lot of people in this area or in our region just don't understand what all they can do. So they're almost limiting themselves because they just don't know. So one thing that we do a lot of is just educating people and showing them what branding looks like. And that's usually just hitting marketing from multiple angles. So it's not just making one commercial here, one reel there.
That doesn't mean just a commercial.
Yeah.
Is marketing. That's not marketing.
Yeah, that's just an advertisement. Branding is like consistent marketing that makes sense across different platforms. So you should see a digital ad that matches with the same look of the current ads that you're seeing in video form or picture form. So
yeah, and it's defining and representing you as your brand to achieve sales.
Yeah. And anyone,
that's the goal.
And anyone listening definitely know. I mean, we're all the same now. We have to hear ads like 7 times before it even like sticks or you remember. So you just have to know that it's going to take more than just a single ad. And yeah, so I feel like people, if they just could learn more about what they could do and the options they had out there with us, they could do a lot more with their money.
Yeah. Because we didn't even realize to the extent of all the opportunities that were there until we left Idaho, and we lived in Hawaii for 6+ years, marketing agency, high-end retail places that we were just submerged in this like marketing, branding, sales completely, where it was like you truly got to see what marketing was and what those efforts were with big corporations.
And it takes a lot of effort. I mean, even the biggest companies have to constantly be thinking about the way they're being seen.
Oh, yeah.
Which just means constantly being on top of marketing because it's the only way you can communicate with people.
I was saying it to Dan the other day. It's almost like you think about like you have to pay your rent and your electric bill, but we should also be thinking about like our marketing.
Yeah.
Like that is another just as crucial as the lights being on in your room.
Right. Like when you start your business, you should know I'm going to be marketing or at least spending something every other month or every quarter, something to stay on top of it.
Just a plan to be.
It should at least be on top of your mind. If you're not thinking about it at all, I'm scared for you.
Yeah. So like if things are feeling slow, maybe there's a reason why.
But
we get it. Like we live and we learn. Us too. What are some signs a business is ready to invest in professional photo and video? So it's kind of going off of what we were just talking about, where it's like you should all the time. You probably should all the time. I don't want you to waste your money, though. That is the opposite end.
Yeah.
It's like maybe you are not ready. You don't know exactly what you're going for. It probably wouldn't be the smartest for you to just book a shoot and show up and then like we do a random shoot with no purpose per se. It's not the most beneficial for you. It might kind of waste your money. But if we have like a solid plan, a reason and a why.
Only wasting your money because our time is expensive.
Yeah.
Because we do such quality work and put a lot of effort into the planning and production and editing.
Well, it's not. Okay, so we're going back to a waste of time. You'll get solid graphics and content. Yeah. You'll have content. But for you, when you step away as a business owner, you'll be like, okay, what did I truly benefit from this? And maybe you'll be like, I feel like I didn't that much. And maybe you'll like look at us and be like, I didn't get what I wanted. But really it was the plan wasn't fully there. Like your idea for your business and this execution wasn't totally there. So that would be a really big bummer. But that's where we have more services where talk to us, communicate. We would love to come up with this business strategy, a purpose and a reason for you. That is our job. Yeah.
And the reason that's a little bit more involved with us is because if you you're not just hiring a videographer with us, someone to just take your video. Yeah. Because we don't want to just take a video that's not going to look good or get us future jobs. So we wanted to excel and really like amaze people who see it. So
if you get business, we get business.
Yeah, exactly.
I was telling someone yesterday that like our job is very unique in that our line of work is actually your business. So you're coming to me asking for this help and I have to now make this look great. Like your business is my business and it needs to look good or else I look bad. Yeah. That's all it is. Yep. So yeah, I'm trying to find that question. Well, we had a question that was talking about the importance of consistent photo and video content and marketing and why that is so important. And it was what we've been preaching this whole time about just having your brand. And that's like a constant everyday thing that you need to be communicating and pushing out to everybody. And that's through marketing.
Yeah. And that's like so many different ways. It's newsletters, reels, old digital ads. You can even print. I mean, sending mail in some situations works. It depends on your market.
Depends on your market.
Yeah, I think you have to have like a clear vision of what your goal is though. Because the worst thing is people who want to start marketing but don't know what the goal is. So they just say, I want more business, but how much business? You know, how are you going to measure success? And if you don't have that benchmark for success, you really don't know.
Customer?
It'll be exciting when you get new business, but it really won't be a way you can grow and see yourself, you know, quarter after quarter, year after year. You want to see that growth. And marketing is really, I mean, unless you just get lucky and have a brand that people just love, which happens for sure.
There is some, you never know.
But like, I think to grow consistently and not see the ups and downs so much, you have to market consistently.
Yeah. So I guess kind of going off of that, why do clients sometimes expect full service results on a limited budget? And how do you respond?
They watch too much TV. Everything on TV
They're
is
imagining Kim Kardashian's, their parties.
Yeah. And I get it. They see videos of like produced stuff and they want theirs to look that good. But they don't realize what goes into it and the teams and the cost and the cameras. And a lot of the times people just want more than they can pay for.
Sure.
So when you have that discussion of dropping the budget down, you also have to make sure to talk about dropping their expectations a little bit. And it's not like we ever want to say like you can't afford it, so we're going to do shitty work. But there are certain things like adding graphics or certain parts of the edit or that just take more time. And things that can add a more polished feel.
Okay. And that's another thing. So it's like we've started from the sticks. Like we posted $50 shoots on Craigslist back in the day in Hawaii for tourists that were coming through.
Like paying to do those shoots,
you should have seen.
After gas and time.
Oh, golly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So it's like how you're treated and then also like the level of work because like your mental will not be the same. So like, for example, we had an opportunity to do like a really cool shoot here and we quoted this really, really, really big project that was going to be multiple days of shooting, weeks of editing, to be honest, weeks of editing. Just the hourly time in that, like, a lot of hours, 60 to 100 hours probably.
Yeah, I think the project came out to around 16,000 that we quoted them for what it would take.
And that was a low. That was a pretty low.
And we erred on the low side because our first calculation of our current rate and what we normally charge hourly, we did the math and we were like,
it's like $25,000.
She's not going to say yes to that.
Yeah,
so we instantly,
that.
Did what we shouldn't have done, and we cut our price down to what the 16, I think we said, which wasn't okay with the client.
Yeah.
So this was, I think, in our first year. So we were at that point where it's hard to say no to a client.
Yeah, you want the job.
So we said yes. We wanted the money, and we did it for
$3,000.
$3 instead of what our actual quote should have been 25.
16,000. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we were, I can't lie. We were excited about the 3. We were like, we got it. Even though we're going to be putting in a ton of time.
We're going to break our backs over this.
And we just quickly realized after filming and when you're there, the actual days doing the work, if you're not being compensated or if you're not happy with that situation, it sucks. And it makes it really hard. But
then it also goes into the back of the client knowing reality versus expectations, because that's where we were like, okay, so we can compromise and give you a $3,000 budget. And that's what this looks like.
Yeah.
Obviously, significantly different than a $25,000 budget. So then that's where, you learn some more lessons of like, we do the project. It went great for everything that we promised. But then now the client who had all these great expectations of $25,000 budget will now be like, it wasn't quite what I was wanting. Mm-hmm. And it was like,
well, it's because you didn't pay for it.
Well, it's because, I asked to do that. I would have loved to do this $25,000 project of doing all these graphics and fun things. Dream come true. That's so fun, but not for free.
Yeah.
So that has been like the other like learning of like, okay, now
that was a pretty extreme example.
No, that's an extreme example.
It's happened to us.
But that is the real example. That is the example of the ultimate thing. And now, like even now, we will hear random comments of like this and that, and I'm like, wait.
So yeah, with that type of a project, and it's happened before in other situations where you do it cheaper, and then because like Sarah said, the expectations aren't quite they haven't come to terms that they have to lower their expectations.
Video.
Yeah. And then time goes around and they talk to people. It's a small town. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are connected, and if they even say to a handful of people that I wasn't happy with that work,
now I look bad.
Then I look bad, even though I was the one that tried to help. So it's definitely like a double-edged sword of our business.
Yeah. So that is like probably one of the more ultimate lessons of more is like, you need to be paid what you're worth. Mm-hmm. That way your work will always be optimal. Mm-hmm. And that just covers your back in the end, because now you're not going to say, I will do this mediocre work for you and now have my name on it all over the place when I'm not signing off on that per se. So it's like, it's the happy medium of when you have a client who has like big goals and dreams, they know what they want, but the reality of actually making it happen doesn't merge.
And usually that happens when there's just a lack of like understanding.
Yeah. Or it's like they haven't done that big of a production.
Yeah.
Because I guess kind of a good tip as like a business owner, if you are planning on going into a shoot, I would recommend going onto like Pinterest.
Yeah.
You need to go on there and screenshot every pose that you like, every angle. Like you have a product, an angle. It might not be the product that is literally yours in that photo, but the angle, the coloring, the shadows. That's what we need. So you come into the shoot and we will just look at your inspo board and get everything that you need. Because in reality, it's like this photo was actually going to be perfect for our website in this exact spot. Like there was a plan. Mm-hmm. Like I need this for my product photography page. Mm-hmm. Like there's a whole plan for why it's there, and it's crucial. So as a brand or a business owner, how do you know if you're ready for marketing?
So really everyone is ready for marketing from day one. Everyone needs to think about it from day one. But when it comes to asking for marketing help and assistance from a team like us, it's when you're ready to think about marketing monthly. Like when you can think about it every single month, what am I doing next month? When you have the time, whether that's you doing it or delegating to someone else. Like,
us delegating to us.
I think once you can like be thinking of that monthly and be aware of that and have each month, because the goal is to each month think of, oh, I got this coming up. I have this coming up. You want to stay on top of it. And if you don't have a marketing team, you're not going to be able to do that. You'll fall behind. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess what kind of business content can be created with us at Film Garage 208?
Anything with a video or photo camera. So we make commercials, reels, digital ads, basically anything that involves the photo or the video from start to finish, we can do.
Yeah. That's ads, but then we actually do a lot of internal stuff.
So much
which is
internal
actually
videos.
just as important too.
Training videos,
how-to videos. There's
what to expect when you walk in.
Yeah.
How to use a product or service, how to run through a website.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything you need to explain to your customers. And that's one thing people really overlook. That's a good point. Everyone thinks about advertising to the client, but
that's just as important.
Yeah.
So the reality is just the ability to get really good high-end professional video and photo to represent your business and educate your customers and get sales. We can do whatever you need.
Yeah. And the reason it's so important with us is because we can give you that every single time, regardless of weather or external circumstances. And that's where our expertise comes in.
Sure.
If you go to someone who is maybe fresh out of high school or college with the camera, they might be great. I don't know. But there's just things you have to go through and experience to really, truly learn and apply a lot of the knowledge that comes with this job. And
we've got a lot.
We've been through a lot of variables. And I think that's what's nice is if you pay to work with us, you're not going to maybe get something good. You know you're going to get what you're looking for.
Okay. What's one thing businesses can do this week to improve their marketing? So that one we were kind of talking about earlier.
Yeah, you had a good answer for that.
Because it kind of just depends on where you are at in your marketing.
Yeah.
But one good unthought of thing is you need to identify your pillars. So these pillars are going to be your main talking points on social media, and it needs to be like education, awareness, sales. So you need to find those things in your business and what are those things. And so you can now be able to talk about that on social media in order to convert customers. And so that's when you have to have a really clear understanding of what your business is, because that was one thing that we kind of struggled with our business when we first opened 3 years ago. Because we were kind of creating something new, being like a content production agency, mixing ourselves with a studio. And so it was like, how do we brand ourselves and get this education out there? And that ends up being like your whole identity.
Yeah.
So that would be the one thing I would say this week, if you have not done it and you're a business owner, is identify the pillars of your business. That way you have a clear direction of where you're going to be going.
Like, for example, when I worked in Honolulu for a marketing agency, one of my clients was Popeyes Hawaii, and their 3 pillars were every single week, the only 3 categories you had to make a post for was the current ad of the week, something related to local advertising, and then it was the upcoming ad for the next week. And those were
so it's still really vague, but it gives you a direction.
So when you would start making that marketing, I knew, okay, I have to come up with some kind of ad for whatever's next week, one for the local market and that appeals to them. And it made it really easy to like narrow in ideas and figure out what's important. So figure out what matters to you.
For sure.
And I think around here, a lot of that's just going to be education about your business, depending on what it is.
For
us, we're a little bit more complex, but if you're a dentist,
people will know what a dentist is.
Pretty straightforward. You don't have to explain a dentist.
Yeah. It'd be all branding and setting yourself apart at that rate.
Yeah. Exactly. So it really just depends where you're at, and we can help you kind of figure out where you are if you don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, once again, okay, so a challenge. If you're a business owner or an entrepreneur right now and you have social media, that's your homework, is think about your 3 pillars. They normally say 3. Sometimes I've seen 4. But yeah, think about what your pillars are going to be, and that should really help you. That's where also you can try things and they might not work. They might not hit exactly how you want. Like I've done a few different things to kind of test, and they just haven't landed exactly how I've wanted. So it's like, I might not keep going down that route, but at least I kind of saw that, like, I checked it off the list.
Yeah. You'll learn from your mistakes real quick.
A/B
And
testing.
fine.
That's a lot of marketing, honestly. It's A/B testing. See what responds best to the customer.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people get intimidated by it. It's numbers or it's something they're like unfamiliar with at first.
It's hard when there's like in a creative world, there's no wrong answers per se. But like when you're making it be like sales, marketing, and stats and numbers, like there kind of can be a little bit. Like there can be a little bit. Like you can make some wrong moves.
Yeah.
And so it needs to be much more calculated with the marketing strategy.
Yeah. And especially because, I mean, people see so many ads now. If they see yours, you have to make it count. So it needs to work. And if you just...
What was the Japan thing you were saying the other day? Like their social media and their ads. And...
Well, it's probably where like the US is low key going. I mean, we kind of do it. People talk about it here already. It's not like a new concept, but in Japan, they really more market towards like the feeling versus the product itself. Cause
you're saying they have like just like way more.
There's more screens everywhere on the streets. They have screens like Tokyo is like Times Square times 100 with the amount of screens they have. And it's just, they're really big into tech there. So there's a lot more ads playing all around them, like even more than we see. You know, they live in a tight city. Like we have still billboards. They have digital billboards everywhere, always playing ads. So to stand out, it's hard. So they really appeal to the emotion and they don't really care if you understand the exact product or service itself.
It's the feeling.
It's the feeling you get. That way, when you think about that brand again, you know how you felt and you're much more likely to use it. So
what's one thing you wish every client understood about pricing for content creation?
I would say there's to know, maybe it's not so much to know, it's to know what you're getting out of it. So don't just look at the number. Don't just see one photographer or video guy is going to cost me $400 and this guy's $600 and I'm saving $200 by going that guy. Cause you're probably actually going to hurt and jeopardize your business by going with that cheaper guy way more than $200.
That's you're saying it was always buy nice or buy twice. But
buy once, cry once.
Buy once, cry once.
Yeah. So I think you're paying for value and people, I mean, that's just common in any business, like better value, better price.
Yeah.
But I think in our field, it's easy to want to save your business money and go the cheaper route, thinking you're going to save money. But I mean, that job might take you twice as long, look twice as bad, and really get you no results.
But so some like literal things for you to think about. Maybe if you're a business owner and you've been like, I want to get marketing and do this and that. And I'm like, wait, that's so expensive. Why would I pay that? There's a lot of... It's very fair. I promise it's very fair.
Well, it's like employees. You bring on employees so you can make money. You know, you have to pay their expenses, but they, at the end of the day, make you more money. That's the goal, at least.
Sure.
And that's how marketing should be looked at.
But it's down to just the literal cost of equipment, literal time costs, down to our like marketing expertise, because that's a whole nother thing versus
like we direct all of our clients
just
when
shooting
we shoot
a camera versus actually having me have some creative direction and helping and assisting with that. That's two different things because now that's a free service. So it's like just knowing what you want and just like the more help and assistance you're gonna need. It might cost a little bit more, but you're getting what you're paying for. Like you're getting assistance and help. So that is kind of, I'm rambling on that a little bit, but then going to like ads, like say someone is like, I want a commercial and it's like way more money than they were thinking, like $3,000 or something. And they're like, man, that's a lot of money. You need to be thinking that this literal thing, this $3,000 and the commercial and the results you're getting is now going to be a tool for you to get more sales. So it's in the end, it's like, why would I be helping you now being paid $10 an hour and you're about to go and like triple your sales? Be like, so it's like, you know, me just being paid a fair rate for our business to get, it's like partners.
And that's just because we are a business production agency and put that thought into it. If we were just like standing there recording whatever you wanted, it'd be a different story. Prices would be cheaper, but we put a lot of logic and thought into making things work so that we don't waste your time. But
that's where we will do those levels. We are unique and we will do those levels for you. We will just show up and record that for you and get you that footage because that's what you want. And
that's fine for some clients who just need like B-roll.
That's great.
That's like something we do quite a bit, actually.
That's great, yeah. But like we can do more. So it's just really, it just depends on what you want. That's all it is.
Think big and work backwards from there.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more helpful that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Going to the questions that we get told or asked all the time, and then the ones that we got asked on Instagram. So the one questions that we get asked a lot is, we'll be letting someone into the studio, show them all around. And they're like, oh, cool. So do you take pictures too?
Yeah. I don't know what to say. It's like walking into a dentist's office and asking the dentist.
You're like, wait,
if he's
you
a
clean
dentist.
teeth?
Yeah. What? What a surprise.
And so, yes.
We do
we do.
that.
We do take photos and videos. We created the studio to be like our studio, but we wanted it to be a space that other people could also enjoy as well. So I love that everybody has like, they are enjoying it themselves and they don't even realize that is our studio.
Yeah.
I love that for you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, wow, like you must make all your money on the studio.
I wish. I wish.
It goes with the assumption that we just own a studio. Yeah. No. We're lucky if part of rent is paid with studio. The other day I saw an ad for a studio that was like franchising, and they're like, be free off of this studio. You're going to be able to go on vacations and make this much money a year. And I'm like, are you just
bullshit?
You're going to be paying off your rent.
Yeah. Because you have to be able to do all of the production stuff to make up for it. We have to do photography,
have to be
video,
producing content.
all the editing that we do. We have to stay busy. It's the only way, because
we wouldn't be able to pay rent if on rentals.
Yeah.
Rentals are not paying.
So if anyone
rent.
out there is thinking about opening a studio to get rich off of, think twice.
Yes. Literally though, any competitors.
I think the other like catch-22 of it is like, you have to have a place that's nice enough for people to want to pay for. And if you do that, it means it's going to cost money.
Totally.
And then you have to charge higher prices to make up for that expensive cost you just put down, but they don't want to pay for that.
No. And then especially if you have like others in town who are offering
balance.
like really cheap prices and stuff. It's like, it's knowing when to hold your own value and once again, not fold.
Yeah. But studios,
you're not going to be making your money off of a studio.
Yeah.
Sorry
to break it to you.
It'll be off of your content.
Better learn how to use that camera.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's where, so we actually had some family in town a while ago, and they're like, what do you guys do? And it took us like all evening of being like, oh, I remember this. I remember that. Not because we didn't
know. We just do a lot of
We
random
just do
stuff.
so many different things because there's just so many. You have to have different streams of revenue as a creator and as someone who's not like got a regular 9-to-5 to clock into. We don't have that to fall back on.
I think it's like, that too. And then understanding like these businesses' needs, like they're all so different around here. And that's why we do so many different things too. Like we see that there's a musician, like a huge music group in this town. And we've had to kind of create our own little ways of doing these concerts to like bring life to that. And we do that in other ways, the podcast with businesses. So it's like finding those other ways to do that.
What he just said, we do our garage concerts with local singer-songwriters, musicians, and we do our business podcast. So that's another thing. People are like, oh, do you just have a podcast? No. We don't make any money on our podcast either.
Yeah, we just do it for the love so we can talk to people and it keeps us inspired.
It keeps us inspired.
I mean, if someone wants to sponsor, I'll take one.
Yes.
I will take a sponsorship, but
literally.
Yeah, it definitely keeps us motivated.
That's also not the moneymaker.
Yeah. So I guess with your businesses or anyone who's listening, it's good to know that don't feel like you're not putting good efforts in the right places if you're doing things that motivate you too.
Yeah.
Like we do certain things, the podcast, the concerts, like
non-money makers
that we don't make any money from, but it keeps us motivated and connected in the community, and we know it's worth the time, and that's why we keep doing it.
That's probably one of the bigger things too, is like the connection with the community. Is I want us to be known as people who are like supportive of creators. We are collaborative. We are welcoming, especially in like a town in this economy. You need that.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that we are always a safe space. And so that has been like creating the space for people to actually come, which has been an added benefit.
And like demonstrating that too through experience, showing that any type of person is welcome, regardless of personal opinions. And we don't bring that up here. We're just here to take photos and make you look good.
This is just a happy, creative space. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but.
Okay, another one is work-life balance. That one's really hard, especially as a a creator who has a computer at home with a lot of edits still sitting there that need to be done. So it's always kind of sitting there on your shoulder, being like, edit me.
The
edit
work-life
me.
balance with ours is weird because it's not a 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's where it's so
there might be a
hard.
day where we do nothing until 5 p.m., but then you're busy all night. So you kind of just have to adjust a little bit. I think at the beginning it was harder, just like compartmentalizing the days and the different like things you got to think of.
Well, you grow up so structured. Like you go to school Monday through Friday. You have just all these different structures, and then suddenly having a schedule where it's like
not
a shit show everywhere.
Like you could be there 9 to 5, but it doesn't mean there's going to be work 9 to 5.
But then why does that matter when a lot of my work is actually going to be at like 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
So it's just being okay, I guess, with taking those quiet times. Like, for example, this last weekend, we were busy all weekend. The weekend ended and we were like, oh my God, I'm so tired right now.
Go?
Like we weren't expecting it. It just came out of nowhere. So we took the next 1 to 2 days to kind of like relax and recoup a little bit. Like you're going to burn yourself out. You'll burn yourself out. And we've been there too. Like the last year, we were working and working and working our asses off. And we didn't even go on a vacation at all. We took 0 vacations that year. Our vacation got canceled.
Down to not even like a weekend, like not even like a staycation or like just a weekend off. Like it was like every day was something.
And we were feeling so burnt out, like mentally, everything so burnt out. And so I feel like this year we've been better with balancing some time and off time and going to bed at a good time. If I know I have to wake up early the next day, it's just being okay with that. And if you know you have edits on the side, you're like, that's fine. You just have to, got to compartmentalize.
You have to prioritize what matters for sure. Yeah. It's easy to be in a sprint at the beginning. It's super easy to like want to just go. But then at some point, your business will slow down and plateau, and that go feeling will start to feel like you're just butting your head against the wall if you're not doing anything different. If you're changing things as time goes on, I'm sure you'll be fine. But if you're just doing the same thing you've always done, and it's not working, you're going to get really frustrated. So make sure you take that time off to just like treat yourself. And
because then now you'll like get sick. Like literally, he was like, got so sick the other weekend.
I know, it's crazy.
And then it like had us out for like a week, just like recovering. Yeah. And it's like, you just got to take care of yourself or else you'll be down way more.
So I've heard it before. Like if you're an entrepreneur or you're leading a business and you're not ideal, your business won't be, or like your business will be a reflection of you. You know, if you're feeling it, your business will too, your people will, everyone will. So
totally
think about that. And at that point, it becomes easier to make priority because it's not a selfish thing. It's for your team. It's for the future of everything you're doing.
Yeah. Let me think there was one other question that we got asked. It was about finding like the challenge of like finding the story for like every client when there might not always be one or feel like there might not always be one.
I feel like every client already has a story. Yeah. And it's just our job is telling it. Yeah. And that just comes down to like knowing how to use the cameras. And I think
like the marketing plan, knowing now like the branding and the consistency.
Yeah. And also I think you have to start with just being able to talk to people. You know, you have to be able to understand and even know where they're coming from.
Like talk to them and communicate. Because that can be one thing. So like he worked at a marketing agency and they did not have any in-house video production. No. They outsourced. They would hire a camera guy and be like, shoot that, shoot that. And it was like just telling them what to do. And so it would be like, now if you're actually a business owner with a camera, you now need to go there and be creating this marketing strategy and idea and talking to that customer. You're not just showing up and shooting what's there. Like you have to come up with that plan with the customer. Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime a regular agency would hire out a third party, that guy is getting a shot list. So that means that other person, the director, usually creative directors, thought of that through. And that's what people really need to have prepared when they come to us. Because otherwise you're just asking me to guess at what might work for your business.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's like what I was trying to clarify of like the different mental of like us just showing up to shoot it, plus having the plan and communication with us and the marketing to like get the shots that we want to get. Going back to wasting your time or not. Okay. Well, is there anything else that we kind of want to talk about or we feel like we missed?
Just that they can use this podcast room that we're using right now.
That's true.
Yeah, we're in our first time in the new podcast room. It was super easy. All we did was turn on the front lights, back lights, which are all one click to turn on. Nice, set up our 3 cameras on tripods, and it's good to go. But I mean, you could have done this with 1 camera or a phone.
Totally.
But it's nice in here.
Yeah.
I feel like the light looks pretty good.
Normally we film our podcast in our other room and we have an elaborate setup and we are sweating our asses off
every
time we are done setting up.
Easy setup today with this room. We just sat down and pretty much turned everything on. And so anyone that wants to rent this room, now available at the Muse. So it's $50 an hour and this just all comes with it. You just don't have a camera. You got to bring your own camera. Use your phone.
But everything right here.
The mics, all this good stuff, recorder, all here. So, okay. So for people who don't know, what is the Film Garage 208?
So we are the Film Garage 208, Sarah and Daniel. We are a content production agency. We do photo, video, marketing materials down to, planning it, creating it, talking to the business owners, shooting the content, and then helping you get it out for people to see it. We also have our amazing studios. People can rent them themselves if they want to use them. But you could hire us for all of your production needs for your business. Or if you feel comfortable, maybe we're not in your budget, rent the studio, give it a try yourself. We have our cyclorama wall in our large studio equipped with lights, everything you'll need. And then on this side called the Muse, we have our podcast room that we are in, and then our large open arch room space. So we offer a lot of different resources for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much anything for anyone.
Anything you may need.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments and we'll try to answer them. Or send us an email at filmgarage208@gmail.com. We'll get back to you. And if you want to hire us for any of your work, that's also where you can reach us. So do that.
That's true. Send us a message. Just reach out.
Either way, take this as a sign from the universe to think about your business a little bit and put a little bit more thought into it.
The homework. Remember your homework. Come up with your 3 pillars for your business.
3 pillars, 3 main categories every week that you need to make sure you market.
Yep.
Post about somehow. You can do
That's a crucial tip for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's it.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, bye.